Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you, fighting out of the Champion's Corner, he is the Destroyer of Canada, the Destroyer of New York, the Destroyer of Australia, and soon to be Destroyer of a city near you. He is the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. He is the reigning, defending, undisputed champion of NoDQ.com's Wrestling Trivia Challenge. Good old JM himself, the West Coast Professor, Meacham!
Welcome to Talk Wrestling here on the NoDQ YouTube channel at AaronRefNoDQ, and of course, NoDQ.com. Now, I know what you're all thinking out there. It's been a long time since I sat in front of this camera by my damn self and did talk wrestling. You know what? You're absolutely correct. There's a reason for that. There's a reason I know I went away before after WrestleMania. I wasn't coming back, and I came back, and everybody was so happy I came back. And then the show went away again. The talk wrestling kind of faded into the background, if you will. Well, there's a reason that I haven't dedicated myself to reinvigorating my franchise show, my cornerstone, if you will. The cornerstone No DQ, quite frankly, for the longest time. The reason for that is very simple. It's this right here. I know this isn't any old big gold belt that you can buy at some store online. This big gold belt, the one that I've owned for many years, was chosen by me to represent your No DQ Wrestling Trivia Championship. Now, I've been called all kinds of various things in the last, well, this is the 10th week, isn't it? Cocky, arrogant, boisterous, a braggart. And you're absolutely correct. I am all those things. But as the song for, I believe, the 2002 Royal Rumble once said, it ain't cocky if you back it up. Ain't that right, Kid Rock? Absolutely. And for the past 9 weeks, I have sat here with this backdrop behind me, with this belt over my shoulder, and backed it up. Virtue, Interstate Kyle, Daniel Jobber, No Way Jose, Yes Way Jose, excuse me. They've all fallen at the feet of the greatest, most knowledgeable trivia champion that this website or any website has ever seen. And yet there's this one little pimple that just eats at me. You know, you ever get a pimple like right back here that just digs at your ear, and just no matter how hard you try to pop the little sucker, it just gnaws and just festers and just drives you completely batshit crazy? Week 2. I'm not going to sit here and claim I've been a real dick on Twitter, and quite frankly, again, I've backed it up each week anyway. But let's be frank for a minute here. No, not my father. He's not involved in this. A different kind of frank. Let's be honest with each other, folks. I beat Greg Cherry by 1 point. 1 point. Now, I remember another famous sports personality, Apollo Creed, telling the great Rocky Balboa that when Rocky defeated him for the World Heavyweight Championship, Rocky beat Apollo to his feet by 1 second. 1 second. 1 second, and a man of his intelligence could not handle a 1 second loss. Well, goodness knows, I'm as near as intelligent as Apollo Creed. I dare say a little bit more, because while Apollo Creed was a movie character, a fictionalized representation by Carl Weathers, What you see sitting before you is the real friggin' deal. Jeff Meacham, 9-0. But for Greg and I, it was 9-8. So, we've been talking about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. It feels like months. It's only been 2.5 months. But I will say this to you, Greg Cherry. We're not going to see a 1-point differential this week. Oh, no. No. This week will be very different. This week will be an absolute trouncing. And much like Daniel Jobber before you, young Gregory, you will accept it, learn to love it, because as the original holder of this legendary trophy in sports entertainment said, to be the man, you've got to beat the man. And goodness knows, Greg Cherry, and everybody before or since you, I'm the man. At the end of this week, when everything is settled down and this season comes to a definitive conclusion, Greg, you and Rift and everybody else will just have to accept the fact that I am the champion, and I cannot wait until the morning after when I hop on the Twitter machine and type that just oh so obnoxious catchphrase, and still